Launch sequence activated.
I have done you a tremendous disservice with some of my earlier commentary on the Blitz International Cup because I got the format wrong. I did. We're in the room now. We're here for Loka versus Endgame. Look at that animation. Beautiful. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. That makes me feel better. So I have done you a tremendous disservice because I had described the format of the Blitz International Cup as being completely the same as your traditional major tournament series from Wargaming, which is to say that it's the current contemporary paradigm is to have a group stage, swiftly followed by a top 4 double elimination. So the group stage is round robin, then a top 4 double elimination, and then on to your winner. And the Blitz International Cup is a bit like that. But, and we'll probably cover it in more detail after this particular fixture, Loka versus Endgame. But the way that the organisers of this tournament have done it is genius. It is significantly better than that. It's very similar, but I think that the way they've done it is very, very clever. And that is to say specifically that there is, basically this evening we're going to see rounds 5 to 7. We're going to have the last 3 rounds of the initial group stage of the round robin. And typically the top 4 teams of that would advance to the final stage and everyone else, okay, thanks very much for playing, on you go. Not so. Tomorrow in the Blitz International Cup we are going to have a last chance tournament. I didn't really understand... I didn't read the regulations properly. What that means is tomorrow evening there's going to be another round robin tournament between the teams that come 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. The bottom 4 teams of the Blitz International Cup. And those teams are going to play each other in a best of 5 round robin tomorrow evening. The top 2 teams of that will advance to the final stage, but with 1 life. If you think of double elimination, each team's got like 2 lives. Like you have to lose 2 fixtures before you're out. And the way the Blitz International Cup is doing it is it's saying, okay, if you made the top 4 in the first group stage, you're coming into the final stage with 2 lives, and you'll start in the upper brackets. But if you came in the bottom 4, we'll put you in another round robin, another group stage. And the top 2 of that will advance into the lower brackets of the final stage, but with 1 life. It's a very clever system. I think we'll need diagrams to explain it more. Because it took me some reading to figure it out. But basically, what I'm trying to convey to you is that teams such as Win and Loka, who kind of look like they don't really have too much of a strong chance of making the top 4, still have a path to the overall victory in this tournament series. And that is exceptionally exciting. Exceptionally exciting. Now, we are but moments away from the beginning, so I'm going to shrink myself down with a schmancy animation. Net for Force, good evening. Phil, my bestest brother Phil, good evening. Kerfuffles, Spitfires, the Bear Nose. Blast It ×2 has got the honor of the being the pinned comment asking what's up. It's a Friday evening. Good things. The weekend is afoot, but the ceiling, more than anything else, is up based on my current location. So, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rolling Swarm. We are going into another best of 7 battle. Again, we're going to watch Loka versus Endgame. Endgame, of course, are the hot favorites to win this match. Let me just show you the predictions. Loka versus Endgame. Everyone and their mother has picked Endgame to win this particular fixture. But of course, Loka have demonstrated that they certainly have the ability to pull through here. I mean, if we look at the overall score tables, okay, Endgame are 13-6, rounds won, rounds lost. But Loka are 10-15. I mean, okay, 1-3 Loka versus 3-1 Endgame. Endgame clearly going to this as the favorites. But the point I'm trying to make here is that Loka and C4, indeed, 7-star, like, they're hanging in there pretty tough. There's not, when you break it down beyond the win-loss at the fixture level, when you start looking, indeed, when you start looking at the match level, Loka, as a team, they're just one of those teams that that they're taking games through. They're getting a lot of tiebreakers. They're not coming up on the sunny side of those, but they are doing pretty well, shall we say? Phil, these are old graphics that I've been asked to reinstall. These are old graphics. I like them. €30 for the pack, the animation pack for those, and the little thing that you see at the beginning. And now my hoodie's out of position. Oh my god. But we are going in this evening. The first map is going to be Middleburg. There we go. We fixed our apparel. Middleburg. It is a best of 7. That means, of course, that it is the first team to 4 victories that will take this series. Loka desperately need this if they want to make the top 4. Of course, as I have pointed out, not but moments ago, making the top 4 in the Blitz International Cup is not the be-all and end-all. It is not the most essential thing that teams must do. It's very important, but it is not a complete shutout if you don't quite make it. Endgame, blue team North Spawn up against Loka, red team South Spawn. Mic check 55. Let me know how the sound is. We haven't fiddled with anything, but I still don't trust it. Loka with a double T22, quick into C, but they will be behind on the cap points as Endgame have sent double Crown Wagons as last and Orca into A. Endgame starting with a 1k, 5% HP, almost 5%, slightly more than 5% actually, HP advantage, and that is bold. Didn't see that one coming. Carolade takes a shot, but Carolade and Nicolade have managed to sweep into the city. Double E5s with the speed boost, capping off B. And Loka are going to respond in kind. Gassio, Unisex, Ivano, and RG barreling in. And Winch. Well, Winch is going to be keeping eyes on the 222s over C. We've got Voopsy for Endgame as well. But I think that Loka are punishing Endgame in the city. Carolade, though, is doing an exceptionally good job of hanging in. He might be going down, though, here to Gassio, potentially Unisex, RG. Yeah, this is the strong start for Loka in the city, but they've just looked Gassio to Nicolade, and now they're going to look to focus the isolated Orca in his Kranwagen. Nico, I am shock and lost. Will be hoping to punish RG and Ivano as they try and counter cap A. Winch managed to flip C, but now he's getting punished by Ariana Grande. We've seen Ariana Grande in a Wednesday evening has been an absolutely formidable player, and Voopsy's come up to join the fight, and Ariana Grande not quite fast enough to catch up with the Vickers light tank. Orca and Ivano down in the city. We've got 2 separate brawls happening. One over the city that looks like Loka are currently leading that one, and Loka are leading up top too. Game 1 could be the Loka. We're looking at a 5-on-3. They have the cap deficit, but the guns and the HP are significantly in their favor. And that is very good news indeed for the lads from Loka. And last, absolutely has to finish RG, but he doesn't. Unisex in with the save, and the last man standing for Endgame is Winch, and Loka flipping this one on its head. And Ariana Grande just looking for that kill shot. Maybe a little ram. A love tap for a finish. And Loka, great counter pressure on the B cap. I think that's the key. That was the key to their victory, is they just applied pressure at the right time in the right place in the city. Endgame kind of strung out of position. Didn't have guns, didn't have effective DPM in the same place at the same time. Cost them dearly. And it's a solid win for Loka in round 1. Now we're going to be flipping the spawns, going back into Middleburg. And, T.Y. Higgins is predicting a Loka 4-2 win. It's gutsy, it's counter-culture, but we approve. Kaga's here, Ian's Destroyer, Antimatter from Vibes as well, Anoop, Shrivastava. I think I've done that well. Phil's just glad they're back. That they improved the production quality. I'm glad. I'm glad we're making steps back in the right direction. That is super. Oh, I'm not ready. But now we are ready. Yeah, Middleburg. Middleburg, a very interesting map indeed. Seems that Loka definitely made the right call by counter-pushing the city. Interesting move by Endgame to go for double Crown Wagons on the close cap, double E5s on the far cap. Gutsy call. Gutsy call. Backfired on them in the end. But, risks. Risks are real. Okay. We're just waiting now for a couple of the players from Loka and Endgame. Game sound down a tad. Okay, we've turned the game sound down. This is sound check 60. Just let me know when you say sound check. Say like in the comment, say like 60 dash and then whatever your comment is. I use little random made up on the spot codes because of course there is a 3-minute delay for those of you watching from home who don't normally join us. As this is a tournament and as there is real money at stake. It's not just this is not just a show match. I mean, it's not a lot of money. It's quite a lot of money. It's better than a kick in the teeth, as we would say. But basically, when it comes to tournaments, we always try and run with a minimum 3-minute delay to ensure that if there were a team that were going to operate with a low level of sportsmanship, that they wouldn't be able to use these streams to gain information on their... I've just realized that the yellow on my shirt is indeed see-through-ish. That's excellent. Endgame, blue team, south spawn this time. Double T22, double crown, triple T110E5. That is the meta at the moment, the core. And Loka, very similar. We're looking at a 1 extra E5, 1 less crown. Loka playing in the city. Interesting position from Ariana Grande here. You do not normally see this spot on the map used. It's very vulnerable. I'm not sure if Ariana is going to be able to get out of there if push comes to shove, but certainly they can do a lot of key spotting and flanking and crossfire from that location just under the church in the middle between the kind of the ruins and the hill area and the city. Endgame on the back foot. Recalling, of course, they took the cap initiative in the last game, but they got punished for it in terms of the hit point pool trading. HP trading. Whoopsie. Out wide. Let's see. Ariana Grande, that's that risky position we were talking about. Orca and Whoopsie, it's 2-on-1. Unless Ariana Grande gets a lot of help, this could be an early gun advantage for Endgame. Loka will have to counter push and capitalize up top. And Endgame, I've got a solid 5k HP lead. That's a pretty good ratio in their favor. They're also not overcommitted, apart from Nico. Nico went too deep, and RG's gone down to Winch. I think Endgame are looking pretty comfy here. Unisex and Gassio will shut down Nico. But Endgame, if they don't drop the ball here, they're on to a winner. It's a 6-on-4. They've got a healthy HP lead. Survivor goes down to Winch. Winch just rocking the speed boost on that T110E5. And now last and Winch will be looking for the F. Gassio's taking down I Am Shock. It's a 5-on-4.433. I Am Shock lamenting his teammate last. And Endgame proving that they're able to play the push, the counter push, better than the defensive hold strat. And Edgar GQ, who I met earlier today on Oasis Palms. He was in the SG1, I was in the AMX, the Tier 9 AMX Premium. Exceptional player. Going down swinging, no less. He is the last man standing, and he is dispatched swiftly by the guns of Endgame. And that ties us up 1-1. Best of 7 series, of course. There's lots of maps still to play. And I'll actually just talk you through what those maps are going to be. Net for Force asking if Loka is the underdog. Yeah, they are. They are. Definitely based on Endgame being the server champions 2 years in a row, and of course their general overall performances over the last kind of major tournament series. Endgame are hot favorites to win this one. Eric Collins saying the sound quality is perfect. Yes, we've invested. We have invested in the audio quality. Next up is a gaming rig. A proper, like, we can try and get the 120 FPS out while streaming gaming rig. Hello, Yanni from Vale. Alaf Polak. Good evening. Now, let's see. Let me just bring up the regulations so I can tell you, indeed, what maps we're expecting. So we've just had Middleburg. We're going into Naval Frontier now. And after Naval Frontier, we'll have Mayan Ruins. And if it goes to a tiebreaker, the tiebreaker is going to be on Port Bay. So Naval Frontier, Mayan Ruins, possibly a tiebreaker on Port Bay. Remains, of course, to be seen. Loka readying up for the first spawn on Naval Frontier. Loka will be coming from the south with a heavier lineup. Well, no, I say heavier lineup. Basically the same. It's a double T22 medium complement, backed up with quadruple T125s, and RG in the jammy FV215B British heavy tank. Endgame is still readying up. Looks like they're bringing the double T22s as well. Maddox will be pretty pissed off. I don't know. I find it very frustrating that the premium, medium, the collectible premium. I mean, it's you got to pay real money to get this tank. It doesn't matter how you cut it. And I think, yeah, that's just not what anyone wants really when it comes to the tournament meta, is having a pay to win meta. So I love the T22. It's a lot better than it has been, but it does make me a little bit sad to see it being the kind of the main medium used so regularly. But anyway, enough of my saltiness. Endgame, blue team, north spawn. Loka, red team, south spawn. 1-1 coming out of Middleburg, now going into Naval Frontier. Similar double T22 lineups with a reliance on the T110E5s. Endgame bringing a Kranwagen last with the Nidhogg camouflage, whilst Loka with RG in the FV215B. And early hit point trading, Carolade and Edgar both exchanging some fire. Looks like we're going to see a cap advantage to Loka. Carolade getting B. The thing with B, of course, is yeah, you can get in there. Can you get out? And can you be effective? And no one's punishing Carolade. No one's getting shots off. Carolade, the thief in the night, has capped off A. Endgame also had the option to go for B, but it looks like they're going to pursue an aggressive play here with the heavies into Unisex and Edgar GQ. Unisex is not long for this world. I really don't think he's going to be able to block I Am Shock, but he's hanging in there. He blocked enough, and the reactive armor has kept him alive, and no one's shooting him. I Am Shock is thinking, oh my god, I got to go back and do that again. Edgar GQ still there. Hit points are not super far apart. There's only a one-gun advantage to Endgame. Loka still have the option, the ability, the capacity, the room to flip the push from Endgame on its head, but Edgar GQ's gone down. The lead of Endgame is extending one gun at a time. And now Survivor, Gassio, Ariana Grande kind of caught up position. I Am Shock not getting a lot of heat. Survivor looking for Carolade. Survivor, does he have a damaged ammo rack? That's a long reload. Oh, he doesn't get it in time. And I am shocked. Also very low. Gasio could clear up here. That's one. He potentially, if he pushes for Carolade, it's a 2-on-5. I don't want to say it's impossible just yet, but I think that unless they can do something miraculous, that Endgame have this one. Ooh, lovely shot by Nico into the front plate of the T-22. Can be quite troll. Carolade just hanging in there for so long with so few hit points. It's been teed up on a one-shot for what felt like eternity. Phil's saying he's going to build the rig for me. Excellent. Now, if we can just find someone to bankroll it, that would be even better. Endgame with a solid win over Loka. No questions asked. It is a 5k plus HP advantage, an extra 50% damage inflicted. That is a strong and convincing win from Loka. Endgame, sorry. Endgame. Not stopping to take any numbers. They weren't looking to play the additional cap pressure. They had the map control. They had the option to play the map control versus Loka there, but they just instead they said, okay, look, we think we can isolate some tanks up in that window over B. We're taking it. And they took it, and it paid dividends in the end. Loka just not able to rally the troops around fast enough to counter Endgame's effective DPM. It was applied very quickly and very effectively. So Loka Endgame now leading Loka 2-1. We're going back into Naval Frontier. We're going to flip the spawn and see what happens. Loka, of course, Loka proved they've got the capability to beat Endgame. I think that's the, these teams are, although like sometimes you have 4-0 sweeps and sometimes it's 4-1, 4-2, whatever, what have you. Like there are a lot of the vast majority of teams on both the CIS and the EU server would not be putting any rounds on the board, period. And that just goes to show, like, when you get to this level, really anything can happen. I think it's good to see that neither team is under or overestimating their opponent, which is nice. And certainly, a lot of the players in these two teams have got experience being on the same side as other people in the other team. I know that RG and Vroopsie, for example, along with Blast and Nico and Carolade, and Winch and Organ, like they've all been an R2K at some point, for example. So a lot of these people, these guys know each other on a clan, like a same clan level. They've even played in the same teams together. So they're more aware of each other's abilities than I am aware of their abilities. Let's put it like that. And they seem to be giving each other a healthy respect and a pretty fair crack at the whip. Although, of course, Endgame, this synergy the team is bringing to the table year on year since 2019 is just proving to be that special factor carrying them through, on average, by and large. Just waiting for Whoopsie to ready up. Whoopsie's ready. Everyone else is ready. We'll be hopping into the next battle. Zerd is here. Amazing. Speaking of R2K royalty, and indeed Legion royalty, and just esports, EU server esports royalty in general. You cannot leave Zerd out of that conversation. Okay. Loka, red team, north spawn up against Endgame, blue team, south spawn. Endgame leading Loka 2-1. They were tied coming out of Middleburg. Endgame had taken the first game on Naval Frontier, the map that we're currently seeing them play on. It's a very samey lineup. We've seen an extra Crown Wagon IS-4, the T-175 is dropping for Endgame. Endgame sending Winch in the very tasteful classic, one of the first premium camos ever in the game, the Thunder camo. Winch in the IS-4. He's taken 2 hits already, actually, on the crossing. But he will be getting C unless Unisex has got a shot in to reset. And Unisex would have got the reset if he were a fraction second. He does get the track, and Winch takes another love tap from Unisex. That IS-4 really struggling. I think I don't know what it is. I always see the Crown Wagons engaging the IS-4 super efficiently. Unisex is low, Winch is low, hit points in the favor of Endgame by an absolute fraction, a medium shot at best. Half a medium shot, shall we say, now that Nico's taken some damage, but the cap lead is Endgame's. They've got C, We've got Orca for Endgame. Reverse side scraping here. Perfectly bouncing RG in the T110E5. And I think that was a blind shot by RG, so kudos for the connection. Ariana Grande and the F. Loka with the very same lineup. They've also dropped the T110E5 for an extra Kranwagen. Endgame, of course, taking the step to drop an extra T110E5 for an IS-4. And Loka will really be looking to... Futile blind fire. Loka, of course, the longer this goes on, the more advanced the cap league goes. We've passed a 2-kill cap difference. Call, of course, 1 kill is negative 40 cap points for your opponent, plus 40 for you. So anything within an 80 cap range is a single kill flip. And we have passed a 160 lead. We're coming up to a 240 lead. That's going to be a 3-kill cap flip deficit in the favor of Endgame, and that will give them, you know, that gives them a lot of breathing room. As long as they can keep the cap points of C ticking over, now that they've crossed the 500, soon to be 600 mark, and Loka have got nothing, absolutely nothing in the bank. This one looks like Endgame are going to have to work very hard to drop the ball, indeed. Now, I think Loka, well, they're sending RG along with Survivor and Ega GQ. No, it's not a cap push. Loka are doing the dirty on Endgame. Oh, Survivor just clipped the cap. That's information. That could be punishing. Voopsie has spotted RG now flushing out Orca last, and Orca will be looking to get shots in. Voopsie is in all sorts of trouble. He's got reactive armor and speed boost on, and he is made very swift out of dodge. Carolade, though, equally out of position. I think he's going to get another shot into the F. Ariana Grande, great positioning, great blocking, looking to sponge up that shell. Good hit point sharing. Ariana Grande picks up Carolade. Loka have picked up a gun and a hit point advantage. Now that cap point. Oh, Unisex has gone down, though. Unisex has gone down to I am shock. Don't quite know where that happened. I can't see on the free cam. But Whoopsie will be going down to Ega GQ. And Ega can be flipping B. Ariana Grande can be getting A. Loka are looking pretty good here. Endgame are going to have to do something pretty spectacular to flip this. Survivor, I think Survivor, RG, and the F just need to hold on to their HP. Last is looking for a kill. Hits RG's tracks. Walker flanking around the back in the T22. The F and Ariana Grande might be meeting him in the middle. We could be seeing some T22 on T22 action. Ariana Grande going in first. Ooh, the F not connecting. This could be a decisive moment here. The mediums. Walker's in trouble. Winch is down. Loka looking good. Loka looking really good with that kill. And now last. Kranwagen without the clip is low, but he does manage to connect with the F. Ariana Grande will be coming in for the kill. Superb kill. And now, yeah, Loka with a 5-2. What a great call to barrel those T110E5s onto the ledge. It's almost the same thing that Endgame did to them in the last game, but whilst Endgame went over that C route, where you can see the current Loka tanks bailing through, Loka went through this kind of B route to that spot. And it is a very convincing win for Loka, and I don't think anyone saw that coming. We're now tied up 2-2. Loka will be looking to convert this kind of neck-and-neck race into a win. They're going to need 4 victories, 2 more victories in the bag for Loka to beat Endgame in this particular fixture. Let's have a look. Eric Collins saying Endgame had to get the kinks out in the first match. So we haven't seen that many battles yet. Do not speak too soon. Lopany is here. I'm sorry, I've got the green screen up, Lopany. We don't have the logo in the background. But you know that I love you for that. So really, really kudos. Chaos. Victor Dakar. Gassio Jones. Gassio lamenting that no Vickers players are needed. Ibrahim Razi, good evening. And Pasha Grisenkovs. Ask RG if you can play 2, 4, and 5B instead of him. Ooh, controversial. RG and I were first in R2K back in 2017. And like RG, of course, is now one of the top tournament players on the EU server. But back then, I mean, he was a young lad. And he was a bit of a bit player. He struggled to make the roster. How things change, how players improve and grow with the game. It's just crazy when I look back and think like how long I've known some of these guys. You know, it's really crazy. Martin Prince is here. Amazing. We're just waiting for... Speaking of RG, we're waiting for RG now. Kerfuffles is here. Kerfuffles and Ibrahim Razi having some kind of grand paternal relationship in the chat, which we approve of course. No doubt, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt. It's the 3-minute delay is going to kill the experience for you guys, but like really, it's just heartwarming. It's like some kind of Marks and Spencer's Christmas advert in our chat. Okay, Mayan Ruins, next map up. The tiebreaker being, of course, on Port Bay. This is, however, Mayan Ruins Endgame. Blue team South Spawn, Loka red team North Spawn. Lots of ground wagons. 3 for Endgame, 3 T125s, and Orca in the obligatory T22. Endgame looking strong. Loka bringing double 50Bs, Crown Wagon, triple T125, and the F in the Vickers. The F, amazing view range, pretty troll armor profile on the Vickers. Look at this, he's just, like, you cannot get more on the edge of the cap circle than the F is. But I think the F, well, is the F going to be? Well, Orca's spotted. Winch and Nico still off the grid for these guys. Of course, remember, we can see everything. The F has no idea who is round the corner. There's only Whoopsie and Last spotted for Endgame. But the F now rotating round. Ariana Grande, Survivor, Unisex, and Edgar GQ were all there in waiting, though. And Endgame, uh-oh. Oh no, Ivano. Oh no, Ivano. Oh no, Ivano's in trouble. Does Last have the kill shot? I don't think he has. I think Last actually kind of bit off a bit more than he could chew in terms of the terrain. And we've traded Winch for Ivano. Hit points neck and neck. Cap still in the favor of Loka. Loka with a huge push on this corner onto Nico. Endgame very spread out, very ropey. Don't think they were anticipating Loka to be so heavily stacked over C. Loka looking like they're in a great spot to take it here. If they can just dial down the DPM, start shutting some guns out. Edgar GQ and Survivor having a miscommunication. I Am Shock looking for Edgar, picks it up. And now Survivor will be brawling I Am Shock, but Voopsy and Carolator there. Unisex with a HE roll. Welcome, Mr. Statist. Uh-oh, Unisex on a drum reload. Whoopsie with a HE roll into the back for 402. Endgame with a gun advantage. They've responded really well in the middle in particular. And I don't think Unisex is going to be able to shut down Voopsy here unless he gets an absolutely astonishing high roll. He doesn't, and this is a GG. Winch saying nice game. And that was a good game. There was a lot of second guessing, a lot of counterplay over the C-cap. Endgame just coming out on top. But look at the number of low hit point tanks there. There were 2 tanks less than 100 HP. Focus fire, shutting down the guns. It's absolutely key to any equation for success in Clan Wars. And that was a close game. Okay, there's 5 guns still on the field for Endgame. But if you look at the hit point disparity, it's very, very close indeed. Going back into Mayan Ruins now. Endgame with match point. The pressure is on for Loka. Very much on indeed. Of course, recalling what I said before. Recalling that even if they don't make the top 4, there's still the last chance tournament for them to kind of make their way into the overall grand final of the Blitz International Cup. Loads of room to play with. Loads and loads of room to play with indeed. But they'll want to take this win. They want to beat Endgame. There's a lot of... I mean, it's a universal pick against them by the commentators and the organizers. My goodness me, don't Loka want to prove us wrong. But we're seeing these two teams incredibly well matched. Loka putting matches in against Endgame. There's no walk in the park for Endgame. We can say that with absolute certainty. And they are blue team North Spawn, Loka red team South Spawn. Lineups pretty similar. Endgame quadruple T125, T22 double Cran, Loka double Cran, double T22, double T125, and this odd duck Ivano in the VK90.01P, which is a very tricky German tank to drive, but my goodness me if this thing doesn't side scrape like an absolute frickin' champion. Flying Dutchman saying Ariana Grande should be a she. I mean, I don't know if it's. I've never stopped to check if Ariana Grande is a male or a female. I have been incredibly sexist and assumed that everyone playing at this level in World of Tanks Blitz is male. And if I'm incorrect on any of that, please message me. If I am misgendering any player. If you want to use neo pronouns or they, like they, them pronouns, or it pronouns, whatever, just let me know. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, doesn't make a difference. Does not make a difference at all. Loka on the back foot cap lead wise. Endgame with a very small 25-30 cap point lead and good insulation. Look at this line from Endgame. They've also got, of course, Walker in the T22 getting some cross shots in on lovely hull down position by Orca. And Edgar GQ is in trouble. I don't think I Am Shock needs to push, but he's doing it anyway. And Unisex and Edgar are bleeding, and I think Endgame are looking to punish that Kranwagen. I Am Shock with the kill. Endgame got the flank on the Kranwagens. Loka didn't have anything really denying Orca that position. And we're going to see Winch and I Am Shock chasing down the F at the same time. Ariana Grande barreling in, looking for Winch. Unisex is down. It's a two-gun advantage for Endgame. We've got a messy brawl over the bridges. Nico down to Survivor 99. But I really think that Endgame have this one in the bag. They've got such a huge hit point lead, and Survivor 99 is also looking pretty low. Carolade looking for the kill, will pick it up. And there's no sort of dangerously low tanks on the field for Endgame. Voopsy's low, but he's insulated. Maybe we'll be seeing Winch go down, but Ivano has had to overcommit, and that's teed him up for Shock and Voopsy. And then Orca will have the reload pits and a nice little kill shot there by the T22. Last tank standing now is RG. A hard fought fight by Loka. Endgame though, Orca in the T22 just getting that incredible flank on the Kranwagens ahead from where we see now. And that just gave Endgame the line in that they needed to just start shutting guns down and upping their effective DPM and just really punishing the lads from Loka. Great play. Really, really great play by Endgame. As per, it's worth bearing in mind, of course, that Endgame have 4-0 two opponents so far. And we can actually show you that with this lovely little... No, we can't show you. We can't show you. I don't have the damn results. I can show you, however, over here. I'm trying to show you on one thing, and I don't have the thing to show. I don't have it. I don't have it. Over here, though, I can show you. Here we go. Yeah, so this is the link. This link, challenge.com/ru/BIC2020 is indeed in the video description below. So Endgame beat Win 4-2. They've beaten 7-star 4-0, and they have beaten C4 4-0. So Loka have given Endgame a harder time than C4 and 7-star. That is worth bearing in mind. Now, let's just see. Are any of the other scores in yet? No! Look at that! Look at this! Look at this! Win have said, like, this is... Wait a minute. That's the wrong... That is the wrong score. That is the wrong score. That shouldn't be like that. We're not on round 6 yet. We're not on round 6 yet. We're on round 5. Ignore that. I got really excited thinking win 4-0'd C4, and I think someone just put the wrong numbers in the wrong box. Endgame beating Loka 4-2. The Gucci Gang team beating Win 4-1. Raid beating C4 4-0. And Mercy beating 7-Star 4-1. Let's have a look and see what my predictions were for that. I called the Raid one correctly, as did Wilds one. So I called Endgame correctly, I called Gucci Gang team correctly, I called Mercy, and I called Raid correctly. I feel the redemption, and now I'm catching up with Mefodi and Amaunet, who are 1 point ahead of me in terms of the predictions as of the end of the 4th round. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Feels good. Feels good, man. Okay, let's see. We're out of the room. The next room is not up for a while. We've got another 25 minutes before the room goes up. So I am of the inclination to play on PC controls for you this evening. So please let me know in the chat what tank you would like to see me drive. And then I will drive that tank if I have it in my garage. If I don't have it in my garage, sorry. I'm not buying it just for you. Okay, let's have a look at the predictions for the next round. I was spot on. All of my round 5 predictions were perfect. Bear that in mind. Round 6, and bearing, of course, in mind as well that we have 3 rounds this evening. We're also going to see round 7, so we're going to have 3 whole best-of-7 fixtures. We're going to close off the group stage in the Blitz International Cup. That's awesome. So, Win versus C4. C4 is the unanimous pick. Ignore the typo in the group stage. Unless C4 has forfeited. Oh, that could be controversial, because I'm seeing the group stage... Huh. I'll have to check Discord about that. I don't think C4 would have forfeited. Surely not. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Win versus C4. C4 the unanimous pick to trump Win. Raid versus Loka. It's a split on the field, 4-3. Myself, Pyro, Amaunet, and Wilds 1 have gone for Loka. Mefodi, Fugit, and the organizers have picked Raid. Certainly Raid on paper would be the better pick. Would be the better pick based on results so far. Endgame Mercy. I and Amaunet and the organizers have gone for Endgame. Fugit, Pyro, Mefodi, and Wilds one have gone for Mercy. I think this one is pretty. This is I'm expecting this one to go to a tiebreaker. To be honest, I anticipate these two teams to be exceptionally well matched. Now, Gucci Gang team versus 7-Star. Now, 7-Star have had a very troubled season thus far, but they have demonstrated some exceptional qualities. But the Gucci Gang team have just been flawless, and they currently lead the table. So I think this is a really, really gutsy call by Fugit going for 7-Star. I don't know if he's just playing just trying to like eke out maybe some extra points if everyone else is wrong. But that is a bold call by Fugit. And let's just remind everyone, of course, of the table so far. Before the fixture we just saw, this is the Blitz International Cup group stage round robin, the 8 teams, after they've played 4 rounds of that round robin stage, the Gucci Gang team and Mercy, Croc RBMK 2019. Leading the field, the Gucci Gang team 4-0, unassailed thus far. Mercy and Endgame 3-1, but Mercy with the extra wins in the bank, although Endgame have conceded less matches overall. Raid and 7-Star tied 2-2, but again, I think Raid actually have the tiebreaker over 7-Star, if I'm not mistaken. So if they end up in the same score, the head-to-head results will be compared, and Raid will finish above 7-Star. And then trailing C4, Loka, and Win. So everything's still to play for. Matches coming up in 20 minutes time. It's going to be Win versus C4, Raid versus Loka, Endgame versus Mercy, GGAME versus 7-Star. If you want to catch any of those games, I have put all of the links to my fellow streamers' streams, the actual streams of this particular evening's tournament coverage, and listed which teams are covering in which rounds. So if there's any particular matches that you want to follow, please do make sure to be in the right place at the right time. Now, I am going to check because the tournament updated thing is making me think that C4 are folded, and I just refuse to believe that this is the case. But we're going to go consult anyway, because that could be key information, or it could be a key typo. Oh, it looks like they're having it looks like C4 are having technical issues in relation to the servers, maybe because today is the day of quite a large update. Okay. So I think C4... We're not going to cover the C4 games. The C4 games will not be happening today. I think that's a technical... I don't know. I'm going to leave it to the organizers to... resolve that. I think they're looking... From what's being exchanged on the tournament organization Discord server at the moment, it looks like the C4 matches are going to be rescheduled. Now, the good news is, of course, our next fixture, which is going to be 7-Star versus the Gucci Gang team, will be going ahead as planned at 8 p.m. It just means that our round 7 fixture is not being held. So let's see. I'm going to ask. Just going to ask. Maybe we can, because of course I'm currently listed to follow 7-Star C4 this evening, and that will be in the round 7 slot. But of course that's not happening. So rather than cutting the stream short and missing out on some amazing tournament coverage, I'd rather have the option to try and okay. In which case, let me know. Let me know in the chat which game you would like me to commentate the most. Because we're not going to be able to cover 7-Star C4. Nope, never mind. Never mind. We've got it covered. You were almost going to get the opportunity to vote, but the organizers suggested the stream that I follow, and I agree. We're going to be seeing Endgame raid in the round 7 slot. So we will be seeing 7 matches. Yes. Yes. We just won't be following the C4 7-star one, which is a bit of a damn shame. Truth be told, I was really, really looking forward to seeing 7-star C4. Alas, it is not meant to be. It is not meant to be. Okay. Well, we've got some time. So as we have some time, let's play a game. Sorry for the confusion, sorry for the hassle. We're flying by the seat of our pants here this evening. And you know, isn't it just marvelous? It is marvelous. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Smaller rolling. less space occupied. 3 heavy as a team. We've actually got the heavy advantage in the city. I don't blame him for coming this way. Nope.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Some very spicy frame drops there.
Enemy is hit. Our truck is hit. It could break any minute. Enemy vehicle knocked out. Enemy armor is damaged. We got him.
Well, I'll take the bounce. Not super happy about it.
They're knocked out.
Oh, my engine's gone so slow. Sorry, I'm concentrating very hard because I'm on PC controls. And for those of you that don't know, this is not my forte. In case you can't tell by that missed shot.
Punched right through their armor.
Go on, shoot me. I've got my reactive armor on. Amazing. Shimada. Can I give you one tank? I cannot. Because I am a humble player just like yourself. And I am in no way, shape or form affiliated with Wargaming. That was a good team. That was a very good team. Had some good team players there. Hiding for time. We've got time. We've got time for one more. What? Oh, God. That was that. Everyone seems to be using the T110E5. I don't know. I mean, in randoms, I don't think it's as good as it is in tournaments. We'll see. We will see. Ha. Okay. I'm actually inclined to agree with that. Is anyone going to B? Are you going to B? Should I go to B? I think I should go to B. Because he'll just get rushed. Also, he's got no camo on a light tank, so I've got no faith in his abilities. We'll pre-aim. People crossing already. He's got... That's the Vickers view range is just exceptional. I would have gone for the cap there rather than the not, but... You know. We bounce the grill.
We can't move. We fixed the track. Let's roll. We've lost the track.
Oh my God, the Vickers.
Track fixed. Let's roll.
Look. That's my... I played like a complete bot. But he has been blocking me a little bit. That's okay though, the enemy is all there. Like... that was bad. That was bad, I should have repaired straight away. Again, blocking me.
We've lost the track.
I mean, it's push though, which is pretty good.
Let's roll. Nice shot.
I don't know. I got mixed feelings about this Vickers.
Punched right through their armor.
There's someone else coming around the corner. I played badly.
We finish him off.
Blaming the PC controls. Okay, that was... That was alright. That was alright. Okay, we've got 5 minutes to go. We're going to jump into the next room. We've played some... we've played some terrible games. But it's okay. Who is next? The next opponent is next. The next opponent, of course, is 7 Star versus the next opponent is 7 Star versus the Gucci Gang team. Amazing. Look at that. We're in. We are in. Oh, I've got so much hate towards myself for how badly I played that B cap in the beginning. I was raging on the Vickers, but I put myself in that position. I really did. He played absolutely fine. I can't hate on him. He was in light tank, went to B, I went to B with him, and I didn't give myself enough room to move. So I apologize for anything I just said in the last 10 minutes that was untoward towards the Vickers, because they didn't deserve that from me. They did not deserve that from me at all. But we are now... Oh, Nick A showing he's got the Sheridan missile. Excellent. We are now going to be watching the Gucci Gang team versus 7 Star. Interesting point of order is that the teams and the tournament organizers voted and they decided not to use the Sheridan missile because, of course, these battles are taking place in training rooms. The Sheridan missile you can't use in training rooms. And the teams decided that they wanted to stick with the non-ATGM meta. And that was done by a vote. And I think it was 5-3 or 6-2 in favor of non-ATGMs. I think that's pretty telling. It's in keeping with all of the other polls that have been done on ATGMs. It really is when you've got like the best players in the entire game deciding by a 75% majority. Now we'd rather not have ATGMs in our tournament. Thanks. I mean, we had arrived at that conclusion about by the end of Q1 2020. It just took Wargaming 9 months to reach it as well, which is c'est la vie. Anyways, interestingly, we've now got 2 Russian teams going head-to-head on the European server with their very generously sponsored Wargaming press accounts that they've got access to. All of the tanks in the game, in Tier 10, all of the goodies, all the crew skills, all the bank that you could need to equip everything out to the max. They have it, and they are going head-to-head. The fixtures between these two, let's see if we can't just bring up the information in the regulations just a little bit so I can give you a quick recap. We are now in round 6, the penultimate round of the group stage of the Blitz International Cup 2020. We're starting on Black Goldville, then moving on to Dynasty's Pearl. If it's not a 4-0 shutout, we'll go on to the Yukon. And if it's going to a tiebreaker, the tiebreaker will be held on Vineyards. So lots of exciting things, lots of exciting matches to look forward to. 7 Star Blue Team, North Spawn. The Gucci Gang team, Red Team, South Spawn. Gucci Gang with double T22s heading up towards the A cap, backed up by double T110E5s. They've got a Kranwagen going towards B that's Milk with Dark Time and Invision in the T110E5s backing him up as well. So it's a nice spread by Gucci Gang, but they've taken a lot of crossfire already. Good lord. Oh my goodness me. 7 Star. Hot like lava. With a lot of damage output right off the bat, and that has closed and flipped the HP deficit. 7 Star with their own double T22, triple T22 lineup, Vickers, T125, Mouse, Kranwagen, a nice mix. I'm kind of concerned actually for 7 Star that this kind of lineup might be a little bit too varied. I'm not so sure it's going to work, but Ishod, it's not UCX, it's Ishod. This is Ishod, the man, the myth, the legend. He's taking a bit of damage. Cap lead for the Gucci Gang team. And they've also got the high ground. Now, for those of you that follow Star Wars like I do, you'll know that the high ground is worth it. Whoo, Safer just teasing a little bit. And the speed boosts have been dropped. And I think maybe Jantelli is out of position. Really nice use of the map and the flat terrain here. But Spirituk has come in without support. Spirituk has made this as a discoordinated push. No, 7-star are rallying around their man. And they sent in the reactive armor boy first. And they are now, 7-star, punishing the Gucci Gang team. Spirituk hanging in there. Rustum looking for Spirituk. Spirituk missing Rustum. Gucci Gang team, lots of medium T22 brawling here. Safer with the kill on Krapal. And Zolbina calling for an attack on Skilloid. Skilloid surrounded by a lot of angry blue tanks, and 7-star are leading the guns. The hit points, though, could flip at any minute. The Kranwagen, poor milk. Low DPM without the clip in play, and Safer and Zlobina will take him down. Dark Time has just gone down to Boek, and Zlobina takes down Milk, and it is now a 6-on-2, and 7-star. Phoenix rising. Phoenix is rising from the ashes, deleting Rustum and Invisian. Oh, that's... Well, that's just... I don't know. Oh, Nick Ace says no. Don't leave him to suffer. Let's move on to the next one. And I don't know what that said in Russian. It was either something very positive or very very negative. And the first game goes to 7-star. And just to recap, of course, the predictions across the board. Everyone but Fugit has called the Gucci Gang team to win this, myself included. And, well, 7-star looked really good. They looked really good indeed in that particular engagement. Soldier of Fortune and Error 10101. Well, Error's rooting for 7-star. I mean, the man's got the 7-star logo as his YouTube profile picture, so that makes perfect sense. I don't know. Like, what did Soldier of Fortune say? To Google Translate. We've got the power. Translate. Auto detect language. Are there any of us? Soldier of Fortune asks, are there any of us? Oh, You're My Daddy says... Oh no. We can't repeat that on the stream. That's controversial. I don't know, Soldier of Fortune. Maybe there's a few Russians here. I think most people will be tuned into Mafori's stream. Which is, that's cool. That's fair. I watched actually some of his stuff. Links in the video description from previous streams. Well, for this stream. And links in previous streams for previous streams. But his content's very good. Obviously, I have no idea what he's saying. But the way he says it is good. 7-star! Blue team, South Spawn. The Gucci Gang team, Red team, North Spawn. Same meta as usual. Gucci Gang with quadruple T125s, double T22s, and a Kranwagen. 7-star with a double IS4. Kranwagen, double T22, T125. And it's our man, Nick Ace, in the very tasteful Thunder Camo. In the Vickers Light. Getting in some of the good spotting work. Nice dodge there. Not getting any shots in from the Kranwagen. Dark Times. Dark Time has taken a hit early on. He's got a track slightly damaged. That's going to reduce his traverse numbers ever so slightly. but it's nothing to write home about. Hit point lead, fractionally in the favor of 7-star, but I think anything less than 1,000 is really nothing to get too excited about. Looks like 7-star are making a play for the cap. They're going to want to put the cap pressure on. They're using the mobility and the view range of the Vickers Light. One, he's making sure this area is clear, safe for him to cap. He's just kind of, ooh, but getting those spots in. Look at that view range, lighting up Milk, Skilloid, but he's been spotted in return. We'll tag Skilloid for one, and then he's going to play this cover just Peekaboom style, but here comes Krapal. But Krapal, oh no! Oh, Krapal has found Slovenia and Jantelli, and that is not great. That is not good, and 7-star again up on the hit point trade, and now we have extended it to a 2.4k HP lead in the favor of 7-star, plus they've grabbed the C-cap. Slovenia and Jantelli, Double T22 is pulling back, Nick Ace spotting up that line, the Gucci Gang team advancing over half their team towards C. At the same time, we're seeing them pushing A aggressively as well. Zephyr in the IS-4 might be in trouble. Rimosh, Dark Time, and Invision barreling in to Zephyr. Ishod has gone down. I don't know if that was an ammo rack, but oh, now it's flipping on its head. The Gucci Gang team have gotten extremely counter-aggressive. And I mean, the emphasis is going to be on 7-star to flip this game on its head at the moment, because although they're doing fairly well, they've got a lot of legwork. They're coming out trumps on the C-cap area, but they've really suffered on the high ground. I'm not sure how they managed to drop the ball there, but Jantelli picks up Dark Time. Milk's gone down to Nick Ace. 7-star with a very sneaky bait play over C. They've lost a bit of HP and a tank up around A. But the Gucci Gang team letting themselves get sucked in towards the B cap. Rimosh and Envision now, the last two standing up against 6. The hit points are in the favor of 7-star, the DPM, the gun. 7-star should be able to wrap this one up fairly convincingly. And it looks like, yeah, it's Gucci Gang team letting themselves get stuck on the B cap towards the end there. And 7-star pulling through exceptionally well. Error 10101. Doing the raised hand. Very good. Very good. I can't, they're all press accounts. I can't see who fired what and did what. But it is a 2-0 lead to 7-star. Now bear in mind, of course, that other teams have lost better leads in the past to worse teams. Gucci Gang are still the favorites to win this. I'm not sure how this one is going to play out. We'll have to see. Now, how is this? We're now going on to Dynasty's Pearl. It's a new map. It's a new set of fates and fortunes. Looks like the Gucci Gang. Oh, wow. Is this... Be still my beating heart. Is this an AMX M4 MLE .54? Is this the first time that we're going to see this new Tier 10 collectible tank being played in tournaments? I think that it is. Viva la press accounts. That is exceptional. I am very much looking forward to seeing that thing in action. I have no idea how it plays. I've run into it twice today. On the opposing team. English words are real. And I've been underwhelmed by it, but I think mainly because it's been played by Wallet Warriors that just kind of, you know, just got lucky and made their play for Tier 10 ASAP. So we're going now into Dynasty's Pearl. And it is 7-star. Blue team Southspawn up against the Gucci Gang team, Red team Northspawn. 7-star leading the Gucci Gang 2-0 at this particular moment in time. Gucci Gang, it's a very similar lineup, except we've got less E5s, less T22s, a double mouse, which makes sense for Dynasty's Pearl, and this sweet little number here in Vizian. I literally can't tell you anything about this tank, because I know jack all about its stats. And he's traded with Safer, not perfectly, but I mean it's landed the shot on the mouse, so that's something. 7-star, they've got their T110E5s wide over C. They've sent Spirit Took and Ishod barreling into Rimosh. Oh, the Gucci Gang team are getting pushed. 7-star looking to get aggressive. Great block from Nick Ace. Great block. What an amazing move. And 7-star will be picking up an early gun advantage here potentially. If someone can land that kill shot, Slabina will oblige. And 7-star with a good HP lead, but they've just lost Safer in the city. And the Gucci Gang team have capped off B. And now Krapal and Envision are looking to engage Jantelli and Boek. But Boek's, well, look at that angle. That is, I think that's about as sideways as it's possible to get. I don't know if he's baiting shots out of them. Certainly, he's a better player than I am, so what the hell do I know? And Envision backing up, going, no, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't have the help of my friends. I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. I don't know if I'm going to survive. I think Jantelli might get the kill here, but Slabina's gone down to Milk. Jantelli does pick up the kill. Cap lead still in the favor of, and the cap pressure still in the favor of the Gucci Gang team. But Ishod looking for 7-star. It's a premature shot. And Jantelli looking for that front plate. Does he find it? No, he doesn't. That shell ricochets off perfectly. And Ishod will take down Krapal. And it is now a 4-on-3. Hit points strongly in the favor of 7-star. Gucci Gang team, though, not dead in the water yet. Milk and Spirit Took having a mouse joust. But Milk with a strong HP lead, getting Spirit Took turned on his side. That's a really great position in Skilloid. In a mouse with so few hit points left, it is hilarious. And what the hell happened? Gucci... Oh, wow. We're now on a 3-on-2, 2-on-2. This is close. This is very, very close. Double crown against the mouse and a T110E5. Rustem is spotted. Jantelli is looking for the shot. Doesn't want to give any HP away. Ooh, nicely done by Jantelli. And Rustem with the speed boost. Is Rustem going to play the cap run? I mean, it's 600 to 300 cap points. Jantelli looking for the shot. Jantelli picks it up. And now it is 2 crown wagons on a 2-shot mouse. Jantelli will look to face hug. Milk can't quite get the gun depression down to find it, and he knows he's beaten. And that is a worthy salute by Gucci Gang team. And 7-star are currently 3-0ing the Gucci Gang team. And Fugit, the smug, begins with a B, and I'm not allowed to say it on stream, but you know the word I'm thinking of. He's going to be absolutely reveling in his correct predictions. I mean, really. Absolutely, really. This is not... this is not what I signed on for. It is 3-0 to 7-star. We are either on the cusp of a 4-0 shutout, a huge turn of events, a huge counter prediction, a huge upset in the favor of 7-star, or we are about to witness an incredible reverse sweep from Gucci Game. I don't think there is a halfway house. That's my prediction. I think it's 4-0 or 4-3. That's my prediction. And the 7-star boys are alive in the chat with their 7 stars, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. If you're a 7-star fan and you're seeing your team fighting back from the brink in such spectacular fashion as we are witnessing here, well, my goodness me, you deserve to be happy and you deserve to be able to share that with the chat. Kaga is still here in the mod squad, which is good. That's very good indeed. Now, going back into Dynasty's Pearl, flipping the spawn, we'll be interested to see... We'll be very interested to see what happens here, because so far, 7-Star have been able to close all of their games with not relative ease, but relatively convincingly. I think that's the take home here. There's been no games where it's been down to the absolute wire, and 3 in a row makes me think that 7-Star are onto something with their current approach, and we're looking at a triple mouse, quadruple mouse, double crown wagon, VK9001P, and I don't know. I think maybe this is where 7-Star dropped the ball, because they're up against another AMX IS4 double mouse T22 double T125, and I think the T22 and the double T125 for the Gucci Gang team are going to get them the mobility that they need to play 7-Star. But this is Dynasty's Pearl. This is quite a small map. And it's very easy to get on top of your opponent very quickly. And if 7-Star can bring the hit points and the kind of the clipping damage to bear effectively, they could be okay. He's shot. And Nick Ace going down the middle looking for Milk. Nick Ace bouncing 1 of 2. It's not bad. I mean, you're getting shot up by a super unicum and you're still managing some pretty good connections or otherwise. He's shot and Nick Ace. Oh, lovely bounces by Nick Ace. Absolutely superb. Invisian taking some splash damage from Zephyr. Krapal lurking on the flank. Lots of danger here. Hit point advantage. Pay attention to that. 7-Star with an almost 3k HP advantage at present. And Krapal looking for the shot. Oh, that was ambitious. The gun handling of the pen of the T22 side onto the mouse like that. That particular angle not particularly good. B-Cap not going for Ishod, and Nick Case now pushing Evgen Loch in his T125. He's dropped the speed boost, and he will take some damage. He's reversing. He is not even getting out of dodge quickly. He could be in trouble here. Does he have reactive armor? Oh, it's a max roll for 560. Skeloid's gone down to Gantelli. 7-Star are sitting on a 6k HP lead. They've got so much room for so many mistakes. Gucci Gang team are going to have to play like absolute demons, but they've lost Skeloid. They're a gun down, and we're about to see Nick Ace potentially go for Milk. No, it looks like Slobina. Well, Evgen Loch has gone down to Ishod. Zaith has gone down to Rimosh. The hit points are 2-1 in the favor of 7-Star. It's going to be exceptionally tricky. Loads of damage getting output onto the Gucci Gang team here. 7-Star using their heavy lineup very aggressively and with great efficacy. Milk in trouble. Ishod now looking for that shot, trying to get perpendicular, looking for an angle, but Slobina is there instead, coming through the B-Cap. And the Gucci Gang team are melting at the moment. The hit point, they're not engaging effectively. There goes Rustum. And now Boek, Spirituk, Slobina will be looking to engage Rimosh. He is the next man in the sights. He's got the reactive armor on the go. Jantelli looking for Krapal. It's some ram damage. Rimosh getting a shot in, but I think the Gucci Gang team surely know that this one is over. Jantelli looking for the kill. Will pick it. Krapal has gone down to Boek. And there goes Nikkei, or there goes Rimosh to Nikkei, sorry. And I hope that was some GGs exchanged. Phil is writing his Christmas cards, and this is the most intense content he's seen. Excellent. Excellent. Wow. Fugit called that one correctly, 4-0. Everyone else, not a clue what they were talking about, myself included. And that is a 4-0 shutout to 7-star. 7-star looking pretty damn efficient in that one. I don't know if it was the map poll. I don't know if they had like one hell of a team talk yesterday evening. But my 7-star rallying against the top of the table Gucci Gang team to beat them 4-0. Gucci Gang seemingly a loss to deal with the sort of the heavier setups and the very aggressive plays of 7-star in that series. Well done, 7-star. Well done indeed. And someone's saying that the Gucci just gave top 4 to 7-star. Well, I mean, those games looked pretty good to me. I'm not super concerned that anyone that didn't see anything that was objectively looked like throwing. Might be because I'm rusty as hell. It's also worth, of course, bearing in mind that this tournament series has the wild card, the last chance tournament. So I mean, even if you don't make the top 4, like you can still get into the final stage. Ultimately, the best team is going to win this tournament. I really believe in this format as being fair in terms of sorting out the best from the best. Yeah, I suppose AMP we could have the scores, we could have like the overlays. That's something to work on. That's something we'll try and get in for 2021. Well, that was quick. We've now got 40 minutes until the next one, until the next game. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see indeed. So let's play some games. Let me know what tanks you want to see me play. I am, of course, on the old PC controls. So please be gentle with me. I traded in like 1.3 million free skill points for these Christmas crates. I do this every year, and the reason I do it is because I've got pretty much every tier 10. I've done the grinding. I've done the tech trees. I am over. I am over needing to grind things out. I actually look forward to a new line coming out because it gives me some content to engage with. Truth be told. Serega Mozet. Someone's asking Milk to come back to 7-star. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Where are we going now? What are we doing? Ah! Someone's lamenting the AMX. And someone's denying that lamentation. We've got the advantage on C.
Our ammunition rack is hit. We've lost the track. We're immobilized.
4005 grill, 4005 grill, 4005 grill. Well, our team's there.
Nice shot.
I don't know. I don't think I can do this without without touch. This is something that I would very much really appreciate touch controls on.
Penetration. Enemy is hit.
Yeah, I can really do a touch. Oh, wow. We are about to get absolutely clapped. There is not much we can do about it. Yeah.
destroyed.
We got too many of our team on out there. They could still win it. I doubt it though. I'm just not connecting the shots. That's a shame. That very close proximity, like ridgeline fight, I would find much easier on touch controls. Just not really. Someone saying I need to work on my pronunciation of the Russian names. That is, if you speak to the organizers, that is something that I've really tried to do. And if anyone would like to send me the phonetic pronunciations of the phonetic spellings of the names, like so I can say them correctly, please do so. It's very important to me that I get the names right. I am, of course, though, however, working like full time and a bit at the moment, so actually I don't have as much time to dedicate to the streams as I would like. So I'm working during the day and getting ready for like a kid when I'm not streaming or working. But yeah, if you want to send me some information, if anyone can help me like get the pronunciations like better, please. I am all ears on that front. I would very much like to do, because these are exceptional players. Like, I think that's the important thing to bear in mind. I would very much like to be getting the names right. Okay, how can I land that shot? And I just struggled on the... Oi.
One of our trucks was hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy destroyed.
It's not over yet. I don't know what you're celebrating for. Okay, that was okay. That was all right. Let's give those people some good play. Oh, we won! Be still my beating heart. How do I... Let me accept it then, you bastards. Oh, the Sheridan. Here we go. We got loads of time. Loads of time before the next one. The 4-0 has just left us completely in the lurch. Was not prepared for this.
Let's go.
Now, I have many questions, mostly to do with which bush is that light tank, or one of the light tanks, going to stick their little face out on. Okay, they're there, we can go wide. So what I'm doing is I'm seeing that the light tanks are there. What I want to do, by going wide, you're extending your team's like angle of fire into the enemy team. And if I can keep my distance big, I can like remain unspotted, apart from I don't. But my reload is such that now I am unspotted. Just using that reload timer to determine when I can shuffle out into view range.
Gotcha.
See, people think that like removing the ATGMs, they're like, oh, they're predominantly in two camps, right? They think that either it's made it too good and no one realizes, or that it's like no good at all. And the thing is, like, it is very good.
We hit them hard.
It's really good. It's a really good tank. Yeah! Yeah! Let's harvest that salt! Mmm. Need me some seasoning. And I think a lot of the good players realized, right, that like this tank, even absent ATGMs, was still going to be a winner. See.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Giving our teammate a shot.
We're immobilized.
I mean, it's such a good tank. It's oh yes, Sniper Dragon 97. Oh yes. Oh, you know what you get? You get a sociable player. That's what you get. Oh, amazing, amazing. Fly, no, it's not over. We have our round 7 fixture at 9 PM CET. We're going to be following Endgame versus Raid. So there's a slight change. We're going to be following Endgame versus Raid. Please, if you're in the chat and you're listening and you're seeing people asking if it's over or not, it's not over. We're just playing some random battles in the interlude. Yeah, why not? PC controls might as well go full. I don't know what this mode is, but it's a very unpopular mode. Very unpopular person. Yeah, I quite agree. Left. Fight for hills, not foxholes.
Let's get this show on the road.
9 AP, 6 hash. I think. Well, there's a 140 VT grill. I got a lot of targets for hash. This is a Hesh target-rich environment. question, of course, is like whose team is going to bleed more? Now, me and the VT, we shouldn't really be in the same position together, but we are. And I shouldn't do this, but I am. So that's the house, that's the bush. Looks like we're trading effectively for the meantime. No, there's 2 TDs down. We need to go. There was no one there. Well, we're dead. But, I don't think we needed to die. I think that's the worst. That's the worst part. I think we could have survived, but we I think we did about 2.5K damage, if I'm not mistaken. I really lament this leopard. If this leopard had just been like, shoot the 140. Oh, Jesus wept. Shoot the 140, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Like, this is bad. This is really bad. Are these two a platoon? They are, yeah. Good shot. Yeah, okay, we've won. I'm not happy about how I went down. I really think that I deserved more shots than that, but... I mean, this guy is YOLOing in, right? But it's really not a given. Alright. Alright, alright. Fly, no, the delay is 3 minutes. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh, what's that? More stuff! Yeah, amazing. Lucky player. Yeah, the reason why we have a stream delay, I mean, one, it's something which has been recommended by the tournament organizers, and two, I always try and have a stream delay when I'm doing tournaments because it prevents, ooh, Loka, it prevents, Ultra Green is clearly having one of those evenings where it's like, the last 10 teams I've had have gone fucking city. I don't want to deal with that anymore. And I can relate. I can really, really relate with that. Let's see. We got our barn. Like, don't... The T60... The Object 268 is blocking the hell out of me. don't know if I hit those two or not, if there was someone else there, but the bat chat's low. I don't think there was anyone else there, but you miss all of the shots you don't take. I'm very fond of that particular expression. I think that it is much better. Now this 183 can ruin my day, however, I'm also quite capable of ruining his day. Feck. Nope, that was a bad play. That was just bad play. That was bad play. I was dumb for going under the middle. I forgot what tank I was in. I got overexcited. And I fucked up. I do quite agree with Ultra Green though. The E100 was not playing particularly brilliantly. It has to be said. Kranwagen, yeah, why not? Fly, how do you have such a good team? I don't know. I've had some pretty bad teams as well. I think you know. It's not all plain sailing over here. Certainly here we've got one medium versus two mediums, which doesn't bode well for the old win rate, particularly on Camp Stila. And I think I'm probably going to get caught up by the T-57 and the Kampfwagen. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. We've got one repair. We've dodged the TD shot. Oh no, don't do it.
One of our trucks was hit. Nice shot. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Gonna use that. Oh, did the VT just get 183'd? He did. Amazing. We're losing the A flank quite hard. We're going to lose our medium pretty soon. However, what are you going to do? 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 You're going to... Nope. I don't want to leave here. It's a happy place. Okay, I'm going to trust them to finish him off. Look at the mini-map, see who's where. Should have reloaded. We'll cap off B. We've now got our speed boost. We know the Leo's a one-shot. We're not sure what the Kranwagen is, but we don't really care. Full health, that's actually quite problematic. Let the Leos run to the Kran. Oh, not quite enough power. Not quite enough. Go on IS-4, finish him. And then we'll just be able to get an extra 1.2k maybe if we're lucky.
Nice shot. Enemy armor is damaged. We hit them hard.
Amazing. Yeah, the Kranwagen is such a comfy tank to drive. Blast it times 2 saying perhaps a valiant effort. I don't know. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Yeah. How did we... What had happened on the last one? Oh, we lost in the 40.05. Let's try that one more time. How are we doing overall? Okay. We're not going to win any awards anytime soon, but we're doing pretty good. Lots of people are typing in Russian. I wish I could read Russian. Really do. I really wish I had the option. The ability, rather, should I say, to read Russian. Okay, we are north spawn. I strongly recommend A, all things considered. Not least of all because of our tank composition. The enemy's got the E100, and is that a Kranwagen? No, it's 50B. Yeah, the enemy's got the E100. So the south spawn on this map is much better for the BC side. You just get a much better approach on the whole park area. You've got more. It's really asymmetrical in terms of how you can engage that particular conflict zone. And we've also got an extra medium. Now, depending on how durable our team is, but looking at how quickly the crumbs. What? Okay, we put the Vickers in some trouble. We will get the cap on, which we maybe should have gotten sooner, but I don't know. I'd rather have put the damage that I did on the Vickers. I just turned him into a 2-shot. Okay, being in position is now more important than eventually being out of position, which is why we're going to run towards the combat rather than away from the combat. Drum reload, we're not an auto reloader, we're struggling. Our team is struggling. Where's half our guys are AFK? There's the BT, he's bad. E100 is equally bad. Not to be. Not to be. I think Laxen? LAX3N. Laxan. Regards. Good evening. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name correctly. That's entirely my bad. Going to use the speed boost to traverse the river, and the hill, which have got shitty terrain resistance. That's a T60. He's got better gun depression than I have. I'm going to let him go first. And I like taking this wide line because you're just slightly out the fire arc. You can also spot over there.
We did Our truck is hit. It could break any minute. We've hit them hard.
The Chieftain's in a bad place. They're on C with...
Enemy armor is damaged.
Gotta reload, gotta reload, gotta reload, gotta reload.
Enemy is hit. One of our trucks is gone. We can't move. Punched right through their armor. Penetration. One of our trucks was hit. Enemy vehicle destroyed. That one didn't go through.
Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. You don't need to go.
Our truck is hit. It could break any minute.
That
Didn't
T-54
even scratch them.
is... I don't know. I feel like I've been firing at grey spots on his armor this entire evening. We've not traded well.
We just sting them. We didn't even scratch them. Don't stop. Enemy is hit. Sail up. This vehicle has got it.
Ugh. I mean, it wasn't a bad game. I don't know what happened to our team. And I feel like RNGesus was trolling me a little bit. Yeah, I mean... We'll try one more in the 40:05, and that'll take us right up to game time. T138T is predicting EG for a win. Is Shock's #1 fan. What do I want to say here? I don't know actually. It's a bit of an awkward one for me because our team is very much... Dude, no. Like, look. Look, there's this one hill, one tank. Get your ass off it. I don't... this is bad. I can't... The thing is, like, this tank's really annoying because I cannot push in to help. I can't even do what I'm about to do to help because it's equally suicidal. Because if there's anyone over there, I'm dead.
Enemy armor is damaged. We got him. Enemy is hit.
That's so bad. What is... ammo rack.
Enemy armor is damaged. Vehicle destroyed.
I mean... Let's have less of that. Let's have less of that. We've got, we're going in. I'm going to make myself a coffee because apparently the 4005 is just not my tank this evening. I think, you know, when you, this is one of the issues, like you saw that VK was a heavy tank, like on the back line. I think this is one of the issues of my cable just being absolutely everywhere, is one of the issues of selling very high tier tanks to anybody that could, or like allowing pretty much anyone to pick up a tier 10, like access to a tier 10 without having actually earned it, is you can get some very, very bad players at tier 10, which, you know, like ultimately it's a game. I think it would be less problematic if there was a proper rating system, if there was a way to like have battles against people your own ability. Rating has got nothing to do with your ability. It's just like how many battles you're able to put in. And yeah, it's how many battles you're able to put in. And your ability to farm rather than your ability to get victories. Like the Wargaming have disconnected ratings from win rate, and it's more like, oh, you've done lots of damage in your game, you must be like a great team player. It's like, nah, I don't know if you know how your game works, Wargaming, but that's not like doing lots of damage doesn't make you a better player. Like it does in some instances, but typically in public matches, if you could say like I'm doing more damage, it means you're like playing well. In ratings games, it's very easy. It's easier to farm damage than it is to win games, and the fact that damage farming and experience earning that way is rewarded rather than like pure your influence on the game as a win, that's problematic. And I think Wargaming are really missing, they're just missing the entire picture by stacking it up versus win rate. And certainly when you see like the Diamond League should be all super unicums, and the fact that you've got like people which are 50% in their 30-day stats, let alone global averages in the Diamond League, it's like, yeah, okay, they've played like 20 times as many battles as a tournament professional or whatever, and that's how they got into ratings. And I think that's, if we had a better rating system, if we had a rating system that actually was a proper rating system, I would be less frustrated with how bad it is having inexperienced players at tier 10 in public matches. But because ratings is just complete trash, and because if you have a wallet or you have however much money, was it $50, 50 euros, I think you can pretty much quite comfortably pick up any tier 10 collectible or premium when it comes out into the shop. You can start playing tier 10 with having none of the abilities needed to play at that particular level. You end up ruining the game experience. Those people end up ruining the game experience for people that have legitimately earned their way into that tier. And I think that is something that Wargaming could address if they gave a damn about balance. Other than it, I mean, they removed the ACGMs, so I can't be too critical of them. Okay, we're in. We're ready. We're good. So I can't be too critical of them for that, but I think that the fact that they do sell tier 10 premiums in particular, like tier 9, okay, it's a bit of a pain, but whatever. But the fact that there's quite an extensive, it's getting more and more vehicles are being added to like the tier 10 premium and collector pool all the time. It's a real pain. It is a real pain. Because, like, I mean, Nico and Winch are about to use the VK9001P, and you're going to see, like, how good a tank it is. And it's on the freaking hey map we've been on before. All right, we're now in Raid versus Endgame, two powerhouses of the EU tournament scene. Raid, blue team, south spawn. Endgame, red team, north spawn. It is worth noting, of course, that Raid and Endgame are both server champions of the EU. Server Raid 2018, Endgame 2019. We're now on New Bay. First battle, first map of our best of 7 series. Toby and Messi, double T22s for Raid. Quickly into the C cap. They're getting pushed on by Last and Caroline. Endgame have decided that they really are not messing about this particular game. Last has lost the track. 8 points, 1k in the favor of Endgame. Last, Caroline jostling a little bit. No caps getting flipped. Raid with the outside control potentially have the option to go for A. Playmaker and Sick in the Crown Wagons will have really good positions here. Nico, Winch is low. Oh my goodness me, Winch is very low indeed. He's kind of caught between two very difficult angles. He's hanging in there though. Hit points now still in the favor of Endgame, but a little bit more neck and neck. Cap points ticking over in their favor. Toby, in his T22 with the Starlight camo, will be putting the A cap in Raid's favor before we get to 40 cap points. And Last, now putting pressure on Narrow. Narrow Assassin. Oh, bounces off the top plate. Tough angle. And Orca and Caroline looking to hit OG. OG getting tagged, but Voopsy's gone down to Playmaker. Raid getting the edge over the B flank. Endgame pushing me aggressively, looking for OG. Narrow's not coming around to support. Moneymaker is there. How do you know my coffee is Colombian? That is uncanny. Narrow Assassin having some connectivity issues, or just stopping to smell the roses at the most inopportune of moments. Last, looking for the kill shot. Last with the kill. Endgame leading Raid. One gun at the moment and a bit of a hit point lead. But this is still anyone's fight. It's now a messy brawl. Caps and map control pressure have been lost. Endgame have got more map control though. Although they are now a gun down. But Playmaker and Toby are very low. Walker is similarly low. I think Raid are going to take this one. Endgame just kind of getting turned a little bit. Nico's looking for Sick. Too ambitious a shot. Orca's gone down to money. Nico will pull out the shot from Sick. And will bounce and engage for the kill. C is getting flipped by Toby in the T22. Raid might use their T22s. Want to shut down IM. Shock with a low roll for 266. It's not quite happening. Yeah, Raid surely have this one with their guns. 4-2. Oh, Nico. I mean, Nico's very healthy, but he's one tank who can pick up money. And Playmaker, I mean, look at this. 23 hit points on Playmaker, 286 on Toby. Messi is a healthy one. Playmaker goes down. Messi is now thinking, oh, I don't actually know if I want to be here. Winch has a shot. It's 222s on VK90Ps. Toby's looking for the back of Winch. It's a low roll. Messi looking for the side. Good little tag team there. Toby and Messi with so few HP, and now Raid. Raid are going to play for the win, but can Nico connect? He can. But the cap points could still be Nico's undoing. Messi now is a man balancing life on the finest of edges. I mean, really. He has got 161 of the finest hit points that RN Jesus ever gave him. And he's up against Nico on 1,691. Now, Nico's got the pressure of having to redress the cap situation. But this is a map where the caps are very disparate from one another. Like, they're quite far apart. Messi will take the A information and go for B. Raid should win this on cap. Unless Nico somehow manages to intercept Messi on a route somewhere. Because all Messi has to do is run and keep a cap alive. I mean, If I were Messi, I might be going towards the A cap, but we are potentially seeing here. Now, Messi has the medium tank camo. He should be able to spot up Nico first, but he's fired. Ooh! Ooh! Well, now Messi has the element of knowledge. Oh, this is... Oh, that was close. I don't think Nico's got the gun depression. I don't think he's... Oh, no! I didn't think Nico could do that! I didn't think Messi could think Nico could do that! Oh, no! Oh, Nico! Nico! Taking a dive! And Messi, oh, leaving himself in one hell of a bad situation. And Endgame in a clutch finish against Raid, going 1-0 up. Amazing. Amazing. That was, well, now I think this is something that because I'm on record on the official Wargaming Discord server saying, oh, no one uses more than 3 Crown Wagons at a time. And that's true apart from everyone. That's true for everyone apart from Raid, who apparently use 4 Crown Wagons. This information hot off Amaunet in the official chat. And here we see them using those 4 Crown Wagons backed up by an IS-4 double T22. Looks like Endgame are going to be sticking with a pretty traditional T110 E5 core, augmented by some T22s and maybe an E100. Bold call. 4 Crown Wagons. I mean, like, it's cliche, but that is a lot of damage that can come out in quite a short period of time. There's also a lot of hit points. Those are like 2,800 HP each, at a minimum, probably. So probably Raid will be with a good... Oh, no, they've dropped the IS-4 for a VK. That is interesting. This is coffee, by the way. This is black coffee in a pint mug, because to hell with conventions. Now... Yeah, it looks like it's a quintuple T110E5, E100, and the T22. I still can't get over... I think Messi didn't... I think, like I forgot that there was a gap in the wall there, I think Messi forgot there was also a gap in the wall there, and just was not anticipating the VK to drop down. And probably when he saw Nico in the VK... falling onto his level on the train tracks, he just thought, like, I can feel the visceral reaction that he must have had to that happening. Very tough call indeed. We're just waiting for Whoopsie now. Whoopsie's ready up. He's in a single Crown Wagon. It's a controversial choice. But we're going back into New Bay, flipping the spawns. Raid blue team north spawn, Endgame red team south spawn. And that's a lot of Starry Night camos. I very much approve of... I actually want Raid to win simply because all their camos are the same. So, like, don't misquote me. That makes a big difference to my OCD. Messi and Toby T22 straight into A. We've got a cap lead, though, being established on C by Orca. Fractional. Very fractional. And Orca might make his way to B, potentially. He might be feeling... Orca might be feeling the luck. He's going to he'll advance tentatively. Doesn't want to get caught out of position. But Raid and Endgame will be engaging quite passively over the A cap. Endgame have got control of the hill. The Crown Wagons, can they engage effectively from the slopes? 2 and 2. That's why Raid have got the double Crown Wagons. OG and Narrow on the left. Playmaker and Sick on the right. Someone's calling attention for the C-cap. Looks like, yeah, that's Toby and Messi making their way for B. And now Orca, well, I think Endgame might be in trouble here because their single T22 is not really going to be a match for the mobile element of the double T22, but I am shocked. Has decided that he was... Oh, was that an ammo rack? That was an ammo rack! Orca! No, you didn't! No, you didn't! That is huge! And now Money and Toby are a gun. Like, I mean, they're neck and neck, but Winch is coming in the E100. He can flip the results pretty quickly in terms of the HP trade. He's going to look for a big hit into Toby. Boom for 652. Orca may still yet go down. That is just, and I am shocked, looking to get a block in. Orca's still alive. That was huge. I cannot explain to you how much of a difference that ammo rack made so early on in such a key moment. That's flipped the entire game on its head. Regardless, though, Endgame also coming up trumps against their opposite numbers on the bridge. Last and Carolade engaging Playmaker here. Playmaker. The Kranwagen, once this clip's empty, it's not such a formidable opponent. It just really doesn't have a tremendous amount of punch, although Playmaker might be able to take Carolade. No, it's a low roll. And Carolade will bounce, but Last will go for a low roll, and Orca will just shut him down. And, well, New Bay belongs to Endgame. And I can't help but feeling they got a little bit lucky on the second game with that ammo rack. Oh, that's something. This is something we as commentators have asked Wargaming to implement in multiple times before. We've said to them, like, look, when there's an ammo rack, we can't see it. We just see the tank, like, die, explode. We don't know when an ammo rack's occurred. Please give us, like, some kind of in-game. And give us something to see to let us know that there's been an ammo rack. But that was clear as day. Absolutely clear as day. And now we're going into... Well, it's not going to be New Bay for the next one. Phil's asking whether the tank drop would work in real life. You don't know. Maybe. Like, the tracks would... repair, but you know, in real life you don't have an instant repair button where you can like magically repair your tracks without your crew hopping out and doing like a couple of hours work. So I don't know if real life is the direct parallel that we're looking for when it comes to welded tank splits. Although kerfuffles are saying the tank would survive but the crew might die, which is a very sad that is a sad reality. But not disputed from this end, certainly. Well, we're ready. We're just waiting to go in now. Winter Malanovka is the next map. Endgame leading Raid 2-0. I'm trying to remember what I called. I've called this. Everyone has called this one for Endgame. Okay, that makes me feel slightly better. Okay. Raid, blue team south spawn, up against Endgame, red team north spawn. It's the same old story for Raid. I say the same old story, it's really not. It's a double VK, triple T125, T22 Kranwagen, Endgame, double Kran, double T125, E100, double T125, double E100. No medium tanks for in-game. That's alarming. They're playing a very, very city-heavy focus strat. This is quite ambitious. Last, with his Christmas jumper, T125, will get the cap points ticking over in their favor for C. They need that. They aren't going to be able to play the mobility game against Raid. Raid, with the T22, have the option to hustle. But that T22, it's one medium among 14 tanks on the field. He's probably going to be target number 1 for Endgame if they get the option to shoot him. Oh, Winch catches track. Well, his tracks catch a shot from someone, but he's just safe behind cover. You can see there where the shot ricocheted off the back into the tracks. And a narrow assassin and Messi potentially in a great position to deny this flank for Winch. Winch, a very technically and mechanically skilled player though. Not expecting him to get into too much trouble here. Toby spotted, rotating. I mean, this I cannot overstate how very important this medium is going to be for Raid's overall game plan, because OG taking some fire. Last isolated, last getting pushed, sick, dialing in on last. Yeah, no, Endgame, they're gonna have to force a trade here. They're up by a significant amount of HP. They're trading really well, but they're about to go a gun down. Last has dropped the reactive armor. Last looking maybe for OG. Reactive armor on the go. Tracks of sick. The hit point gap is still 4k for Endgame, but there's 3-on-1 here. Endgame are 6-on-3 and 3-on-1. Endgame have really got the advantage in this game. Messi is in all sorts of trouble, and Money is in a bad position as well. Last has gone down. That's freed up some more guns from Ray, but it's a 2-to-1 HP advantage, 6-to-4 guns. Carolade will look to buy his team some time, and you can see he was looking for the T22. He will start bleeding HP to this Russian medium. Does Sick have a reactive armor? Oh, it's 705! That's a max roll! Or that's about a high roll. That's a very good roll. And now the cavalry from Endgame coming round. Carolade will be going down, but he's done his job. He held the line. Orca now teeing up Sick. Doesn't quite connect. Nico and I am shock. Ricochets off the back of Orca. Sick going down to Nicole, Toby, and OG. Well, this one is game over, and it's been game over for a while. Who's going to have the kill shot? Winch will have the kill shot, and OG going down to I am shock, and Endgame with a very strong win. And the absolute key here, Endgame were heavier, yes. They went for the high ground caps, yes. Raid split their forces and didn't capitalize. Raid had a 3-on-1 against Last or Carolade, I forget which, but didn't clear that gun quick enough. So they had 3 of their guns dealing with one of Endgame's guns, whilst Endgame had 6 of their guns dealing with 4, and then 3 of Raid's, and that really just the math hammer got swung, and Endgame just crunched the numbers. And Raid, they needed to be more aggressive. They needed to capitalize on the 3-to-1 tank push they had. They were too passive. They were just too passive in that scenario. And Endgame punished them for it. Now we're on match point to Endgame. It's 3-0 in Endgame's favor. And we're going back up into Winter Malanovka. This would be Endgame's. I'm going to refresh my scoreboard just so I get this absolutely correct, because I believe this will be their third 4-0 if they land it. But the results are taking a while to load. So we'll see. Raid, potentially for the last time this evening. Blue team North Spawn up against Endgame. Red team South Spawn. Second map of this best of 7 series. Winter Malanovka. An oldie but a goodie. Let's just latch on to Roopsy and let's have a little tour de force. Endgame 4-2 against Win, 4-0 against 7-Star. Against C4, 4-2 against Mercy, 4-2 against Loka. This would be their, This would be Endgame's third 4-0 in a 7 battle round robin. They're trading effectively already. They've gotten over 1k HP advantage. And they've got the C-cap endgame with position. Messi going down. The OG playmaker VK9001P pair teeing up against Nico and Winch in the Mouses. An interesting combination. Winch catching some fire. Big damage. 599. Nico potentially to call the focus. Nico, ooh, 6 gone down to Orca. We've got 2 distinct brawls. We've got the low flank here, which is Endgame's battle to throw. Messi in trouble. Messi a one-shot. Voopsy looking for the kill. Voopsy misses a shot. Someone kill Messi. Voopsy will go for round 2. Carolade potentially going down to Toby. But the Mouse Tank's holding pretty well up top. Although Nico has just gone down. This is Endgame's game. They've got a 1-gun advantage. They've got a 3k HP lead. Toby's in trouble. Voopsy staying out of dodge with his lower hit point pool. Last looking for the kill. Last will pick up the kill on Toby. That's the mobile elements going down. Great sportsmanship from Money in the Crown Wagon. And Nico and Carolade returning the good sportsmanship. That is what we like to see. Just really nice all round. Raid acknowledging that they've probably lost this one. And I mean, it's almost a given. And yeah, it looks like, yeah, Raid have conceded. And yeah, the servers are not brilliant. The servers are not brilliant, I have to say. I don't know how much of that would have made a difference. Certainly Endgame have been performing admirably. I don't know how much of that you can put to servers, but all round, kudos to both teams for the good sportsmanship. That is what we love to see. And although Raid got 4-0, they still had the wherewithal to commend their opponents on games well won. We're going to hang around a bit for the results, which means I'm going to lose some more battles in the 40-05 because I've started it, and god damn it if I'm not going to win a game in it before I put it down. And then we'll go and have a look at the other 2 matches. Bearing in mind, of course, that C4's games have been rescheduled or are in the process of being rescheduled. Trevor on Blitz, sorry. Hey, no worries that you're late. Don't sweat it. E50 up against the standard B. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, I'm just this thing is so tall. There's no clear way either side. I'm gonna wait. That's what I'm gonna do. I would like the E50 to be a bit more aggressive on the old spotting front. We're just gonna be very passive. This is a bad game for us already. Dude. Hello? I've got a lot of contempt for that E50 right now. A lot of contempt. Now there's still another grill around. Although we've got rid of the standard B. Now we push one grill off the hill. So very weird team compositions all round, actually.
Gotcha. Enemy vehicle knocked out. Nice shot.
Gun depression, or lack thereof. Now APCR has got a better shell velocity. Ugh, not that it's going to matter because I won't get the kill shot. Could have had it. Just been less itchy on the trigger finger. T138E saying Endgame forever. We will give him the team player. We will give him a team player as well. Okay, let's check those scores. Nope, I don't want that program up. There's too many buttons. Too many buttons. Okay. Matches are in? Really? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm gonna check with the It looks suspicious to me, if we're being honest. We'll just wait for someone to confirm either way how that's going. Yeah, why not? Pat chat. Modern Prince says thank you all teams for some great games. Absolutely. And this is the important thing. We're going to have a look at the table. It's a bit tricky because C4 haven't been able to play the games. But we're going to have a look at the table. And you're going to see that actually, like, when we consider the last chance tournament, which is tomorrow, like, even the teams at the very bottom of the group stage could still make their way into the grand finals. It's just a very arduous journey to get there. Basically, the bottom 4 teams from the group stage... The bottom 4 teams from the group stage. Oh, dude, what are you doing? Good shot. I can't even say south of that. You are in the wrong place. That is an objective truth. Don't drive forwards, 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 don't drive forwards. Yeah, you can't hit there. Interesting. Bad day, bad day. Do my TDs have my back? I don't think they do. Oh, this is the bad team. 3 dead, no damage output. 4 dead, no damage output. VT is just completely decided to ignore the fact. Well, I mean, this is just an unwinnable battle, really. I think sometimes let's have a look. 2 donuts. This is also something which you see quite a lot now, which is people just coming out of newbie matchmaker mode, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm a really good player." It's like, no, you're not. If you have less than whatever stats you have under 5,000 battles, are absolutely meaningless. But 2 donuts. The VT was okay, but I mean, again, like, what is this team? What is this team? And then the enemy, of course, is oof, not ideal. I think the bat chat struggles at the moment because before it was the only light tank, so you get match made against other bat chats and it was all right. But like a tier 9 T92E whatever, if that's the light tank match made against the bat chat as another light tank, like there's a huge tank compositional advantage in the favor of the American tier 9 light tank over this. And that's the same sort of thing you see like when you have tier 9 mediums. You'd rather have a tier 9 TD than a tier 9 medium in your 9-10 game. Okay, we've got a medium tank advantage, but I mean, I don't know where my team is, again. The answer is not there. It's too late. It's too frickin' late. You're all in the spawn, which is useless. Absolutely useless. Or dying in the middle of nowhere, which is equally useless. M103 is dead for nothing. We've got no map control. We had the this is the worst thing, is we had the numerical, like, where are you going? What are you doing? I don't understand these teams. I don't know. I don't know what I did or said to RNGesus to deserve these teams, but I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair at all. Which is that they can camp spawn, I can push out to one flank, relocate to the other flank, kill a tank and a half, and 4 of them can still die. That is not fair. Okay, that's good. Let's work with the grill. this is another unwinnable situation. Thank you, Photox. I mean, one, that's a great name. I don't understand. Like it should be. I think maybe because I'm on PC controls, because it shouldn't be like there's a lot of players here which are in newbie matchmaking, and my entire team is in newbie matchmaking, and the entire enemy team is also in newbie matchmaking? No, not quite. Do I have same control mode on? Would that be the source of my issues? Well, okay, there we go. No, obviously not. Yeah, the enemy team is had a super unicorn platoon. That explains a lot. Let's check my settings. Same control mode is off. So that's annoying. Luquidoops says Batchat needs missiles. Nothing needs missiles. It's just not a good mechanic. Every single vehicle map, the whole concept of armor penetration, view ranges, like all the mechanics other than GGAMEs were created simultaneously and balanced in relation to one another. Even the game modes. ATGMs are just like, if you wanted to include them, you'd have to make the game from the ground up and rebalance everything. Now, okay, that's 3 in the city. The AMX has hung back with me quite a bit. Now there still could be a grill and a 704 on the rails, so I don't want to like massively overextend. I'm going to leave him to finish that off. That's an easy kill. Oh no! No, 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 no! No! You can see our team lamenting our MLE, which I think is just indicative of new players. Oh, he's managed to go at the end with a full hit point pool, which is, I mean, he's either played exceptionally well and bounced lots of shots, which might be the case. But I don't see any on his armor. Or he's been too passive. I think any heavy... any heavy... This guy was good. Oh, it was a US Mac. Great clan. Let's have a look. Okay, 10k, 60%. I take it back. I take it back. And Christina Lehman is here. Fantastic. As is Bashamol and Kerfuffles. So, okay, the main tournament stream is over. We're going to do one more battle, then we're going to check the scores. And then I'll thrash out some random battles on PC just to keep myself somewhat in the loop with these skill sets.
Time to roll out.
Okay, we're top 2, which is unusual. Welcome, but unusual. Let's see. What's my view range like? Oh, there's going to be an RU-251 as well. Okay. And Xenomorph 121 is clearly a man of great quality. Don't do it, don't do it. There's TDs everywhere. There's TDs everywhere, don't do it. Ho ho ho! Ow. Okay, there's only one TD and he was looking at me. I lost my hit points to saying that he's convinced that Wargaming are giving me bad teammates on purpose. You know what? I would not be... no, I mean, like, let's be real here for a minute. Like, I don't doubt that Wargaming lack the intent to do that. I think that they don't have the ability to execute that. Did I just do damage to myself? I think I did. I think like if Wargaming could somehow engineer the matchmaking to punish me for my very outspoken and brazen behavior. No way, no way, no way. They would, but I honestly like that's one of my main personal like arguments against rigged matchmaking is I just don't think Wargaming are good enough to do it. Like I think if Wargaming could rig the matchmaking to make themselves more money, I think they would. I just don't think that they have the technical ability or know-how to execute it. Honestly, that is my gut feeling. No, he's gonna hit us. No, he's not. There is an art to turning people round. Let's see. I don't think we'll reload before he comes in. So we'll just go and reset the cap. Oh, it's the last one anyway. Okay, let's check the scores. Just double confirm because it looks like there's been lots of 4-0s, which I mean I'm not disputing it. It just seems highly unlikely. And that is the end. Yeah, that is the end of the score. So we're still waiting, of course, on the C4 results, C4 to play out. But Mercy 4-0'd the Gucci Gang team. Loka 4-0 win and Endgame 4-0 raid. So let's just have a quick flick at the things. I had called C4, but that didn't play out. I called Mercy, but that played. I called Loka, and I called Endgame. And an update from Wildoneshelper's helper. Wildoneshelper, myself, Mifori, Amaunet, a joint at 20 correct predictions. So 7 times, or I guess we're excluding the 2 C4s, so it's 26. 7 times 4 is 28 minus the 2 C4 fixtures, which didn't happen. So out of the 26 calls, 26 matches there were, I called 20 out of 26 correctly, as did several of my other commentators. So I'm mega joint first. So there's some deciding things to happen on, but I mean it's pretty good. It's good to know that your pundits like sort of know the their way around the field, so to speak. So that's the end of the tournament stream. We'll be back tomorrow evening, hopefully with the end of the group stage and also the last chance tournament. But it's going to be a bit of a pain because the last chance tournament, I think, will depend on the outcome of the C4 matches. Maybe someone can clarify that or not. We're top tier. We've got no inherent advantage over C, or no, we don't, because all of the tiers and the mediums and the light tanks are equal. 1827's 3 overall. So A looks good. Now this tank is a little bit of a gem. Really and truly. We've got A. We're not getting any spots in though. There is a Borsig. That is my only concern. I'm going to go wide. Maybe I should go at the middle. I just don't want to get caught side on. I think that's this tank's great. Really good frontal armor, really good hull down, great side scraping. That is the tank for us to hunt. Now, how's our view range? Very poor, very poor, very poor. That's a great roll. That is a great roll. That is about as good a HE roll as we could possibly hope for. Now he's down to a one-shot, so we don't need to use anything other than now. The Eagle's turned on us, so that's good. I mean, like, we know he's a competent player. We'll leave the Eagle alone, actually. He's full health, he's in a strong position. What we want to do is focus. That's that side scraping we're talking about. Bulldog's low. If we can pull more shots out of this guy, that's great. Okay, this guy is good. So that's handy. And you see we're using our hit point pool there because the RU's played well. No shots without APCR. Yeah, we had the hit point. Oh, I can relate. I'm not even mad. That is quite fair. Certainly, I'm driving a premium tank, which is on the better side of. Oh, so Wilds one did. Well, there's a 3-minute delay, so maybe you can confirm. But C4 like forfeited the matches tonight, or they're going to play them at another time. Because I think that's an important question to ask. I'll go on then. Thank you, Kerfuffles. Thank you for tuning in. We'll keep. We're looking. Oh no, we're looking for that good win. No, panic. All right, we've got a double mouse platoon. They'll want to go into the city, but objectively, we actually have a medium deficit. So I'm not sure whether we want to do that or not. But the mouse platoon will go into the city. That being said, E50M, ANX, Leopard. Do I have the gun depression? I don't. Shoot. Uh-oh. A lot of this is going to boil down to how aggressive our mouse tanks are going to be, and they're going in through the city, which is good. Cheeky. Dude. Okay, let's go. The 50M just logging off. Whoa! Nope, that's my SOS button is too close to my change the ammo button. Wiles one is saying that the it will be Loka, raid, win, and C4 in the last chance tournament. Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, I guess it would have been interesting to see, like, would have been interesting to see. Okay, that's actually the game we can go out on. That's really good. Excellent! Yes! That's the game we can go out on. Amazing. This M60 gets my vote. And he's clearly an effective player. And this guy gave it his best, so kudos. Who was that PTA that we bullied? Okay, not bad. So... yay, 125. I can throw that away in one game in the 183. Yeah, so I lost my hit points. Asks how the tournament works. I'm gonna try and explain it now. for you. And if I don't succeed, come and chat to me on my Discord server. Link is in the video description below, and that will hopefully put you on the right track. So typically in a major tournament series as run by Wargaming, you get to this, what we've just had now, which is a group of 8 round robin stage. And they've kind of moved, they've transitioned towards playing that in the best of 7 format, which I think is actually a really good balance between like enough chances for teams to kind of prove themselves without dragging the matches on for an insane amount of time. So I think best of 7's a really sweet spot that we've stumbled upon. So it's a group of 8 round robin, best of 7, with the top 4 advancing to a double elimination stage. A double elimination is basically you play in a series of brackets. Once you've lost 2 fixtures, you're effectively out. And it's quite a good way. It enables you to establish 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 3rd place very accurately. Now, this tournament is exactly the same as that, except there is a last chance tournament and a alteration to the top 4 stage. So the last chance tournament is played out between the teams that finish 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th in the initial group stage. They play another round robin just between themselves, but in the best of 5 format, which is the first team to 3 victories that takes the fixture. Now, in that round robin, the teams that come 3rd and 4th, so bottom overall, are ejected from the tournament, and they'll end up 7th and 8th place respectively. It's probably calculated on the outcome of that last chance tournament. The teams that come 1st and 2nd, they go up and join the top 4 double elimination. However, whereas the teams that enter the top 4 double elimination from the top 4 itself start with 2 lives and start in the upper brackets, teams coming up from the last chance tournament enter into the lower brackets, so they'll play the losers of the previous upper bracket matches, and they only start with 1 life. So they're on the back foot. But basically, I like this format because it means that, and this is why, like, if you're lost, this is why I said we needed a diagram, because it's not simple and it's confusing, and I'm probably not very good at explaining it. But the words. Why I like it is because teams are motivated to stay committed to participating right until the time that they are knocked out of the tournament, and it's still a group stage. It's not like the brutality of a single elimination. Typically, and this is something that we saw in the 2017-2018 Twister Cups, is that it was a double round robin in the group of 8. And you would be very obvious halfway through, like there are some teams which were like 8-0. There was just no way that they were going to make, 0-8. There was no way they were going to make the top 4. So like they just kind of, not that they stopped playing, but like they just kind of gave up, and it sucked. It was a sucky experience for them. It was a waste of time for their opponents, and it didn't make for a very good viewing experience. You know, like sometimes you're going to be up against people you just can't beat, and you don't want to drag it out. And they knew even if they could like start winning, they were so far behind in the league sense that they were never going to make the top 4. So, you know, why bother? This format means effectively that there's always a motivation to keep playing, to keep trying your best, because even if you finish 8th in the initial group stage, you might still win the round robin, and you might still win the whole tournament overall. It would be a huge dark horse upset moment. It could still happen. And that's why I'm a big fan of it, because I think it makes for very engaging gameplay throughout the tournament. And it means like all the results matter, kind of everyone's ability as it evolves or changes or teams get the measure of one another. It's all relevant. It can all have bearing on the overall final standing. But it also rewards teams for good performances. Like you go through the top 4, you get like it's a great balance. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how it plays out. It's a bit of a shame that C4 weren't able to attend this evening. And it seems like they forfeited, or not forfeited, they've handed a 0-4 to their opponents, which has kind of affected the overall standings, which I can actually check on the table now. So yeah. It looks like it's going to be Mercy, the Gucci Game team, Gucci Gang team, Endgame, and 7-star, which are going into the top 4. Loka, Raid, Win, and C4 are going into the last chance tournament. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Like I said, it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can just show you the standings here. We'll switch to the scene. Yeah, so this is it at the moment. Mercy finished 6-1. The Gucci Gang team finished, well, Mercy, GGAME. Mercy finished 6-1. GGAME finished 5-2. Endgame finished 5-2, but I think that they lost the tiebreaker to the Gucci Gang team. So that's why the Gucci Gang team is above them. 7-star 4-3. Loka and Raid 3-4. Win 1 and 6, and I think their 1 is against C4, and C4 1 and 6, but they forfeited the last 2 matches. So it's a tough one. But again, Loka, Raid, Win, C4, they're going into the last chance tournament, which is going to play out tomorrow. So we're going to have a whole round robin, a whole series of games play out tomorrow evening, which we can follow, which will be super exciting, super fun. So thank you very much. Transition. I'm back. Forgot to put that there. Thank you for tuning in for the rounds 5, 6, and 7 of the Blitz International Cup. Bearing in mind, this is a community-sponsored tournament with really great organizers, really great sponsors, and just a very good team behind it all. And of course, the 4 best teams from CIS and the 4 best teams from the EU server involved. So it feels really good. It's really cool. It's a very... I'm finding the games very engaging, very exciting. The players are taking it seriously. So kudos to them. It feels a bit like an exhibition match, which is done well. People really want to win. So that's pretty cool. I'll be back tomorrow evening to cover the last chance tournament, which promises to be pretty interesting. Certainly, it's a new format in terms of World of Tanks Blitz. I am hoping that Wargaming, if you're watching this and you haven't been too annoyed with me slandering you on and off during the stream, I hope that you can look at the format that's being implemented here this evening and consider whether it could work for you and your tournament. Certainly, I think this is an improvement over the current best practice that we have for the major tournament series of the spring season and Twister season. On that note, that little little request to Wargaming. Thank you everyone in the chat for tuning in. And thank you, of course, to all the mods, which is most of the chat, for helping out. I'm off to go catch some dinner and hang out with the missus and just have a generally chilled evening. I will catch you tomorrow. So happy Friday evening. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon. It's Rolling Swarm signing off. Bye for now, guys. Oh, look at that transition. We're gone. Magic.